And that's a little bit too thick, so I'll just try and take that top bit down a bit. Times it, it's 1/4. So from here, it's just a case of, you know, paring it down until you get to the foot, basically. I don't think we've got time to do the whole thing. But do you want me to do this captive ring?
Yeah.
I was reading from. I thought you might. So, I mean, basically, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just taking off the bulk of the wood to get down to the stem and making the stem, you know, reasonably narrow, so it's quite more graceful than something heavy and thick. This one is probably a little thicker than I would like. I left it too thick. The one over there, I think, is a bit more graceful than this. But it's just a case of taking the wood down and bit by bit and getting there and shaping the bottom. I mean, that's pretty flat on the bottom as it is there. And once I'd finished the stem basically in the base there, I'd have to sand that down, seal it, finish it with wax, and then take it off and turn it round. Put it on a little jam chuck here in there, and then, as I did with the tea light holder, take the spigot off there just with my spindle gouge, which we're not going to have time to do that now. But same sort of idea. Oh dear me! See, that's come off now. It's not my night for the bark staying on, is it? Firewood. Right. Might have enough time to do this. So, for captive ring, the way I've done it, you need to give yourself a ring of wood here to start with. Like this. Just using my parting tool to part down, get the wood off. I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert on captive rings because it's not something I do much of. You've got to have room either side to play with it. Turn your bead sort of shape. So. So you can see the sort of basic shape of the bead to start with. And what I would... That one over there I turned years and years and years ago, and I probably used my skew chisel, a smaller skew chisel than this, to start turning in. So just basically scraping motion just with the point of the skew just going in behind the bead, if you like, to cut that out, you know, in an arc, just being aware that that is getting very close to that, and I can't get the skew in this side really. I've got a smaller skew at home that I could use, but I could also take a bit more of this down if I wanted to. That's one way of doing it, just using a skew chisel like that. You can also use just make your own tool to do this, a bent nail. If you get a strong nail and bend it, or something like that, with a point on the end, and you can just go in behind the bead to cut the wood. That's probably what I used on that one originally. Or the man with all the tools, you use a captive ring tool, which I found this second hand. It was actually number 28 in an auction in Blythe, I think, many years ago. So this is you can you see that?
Yeah.
This is like a half a bead cut in there, and it's like a V shape there, so you can use it both sides. You just use a diamond hone to sharpen the edge, and then basically use it as a scraper. So you can use this to form the bead, and then use this tip here to cut round the back. So it's kind of cheating, really, isn't it? I don't know if you can see much of the bead. No, you won't be able to. You might be able to see from that camera on that side. But it's a bit, because of the shape of this, it's sort of a bit like a negative rake scraper type of thing. What you should do, before you cut all the way through there, is sand this off and finish the top of the bead, the ring basically, so you're happy with it. This bead's slightly wide, so every time I put the tool in, it's actually catching it, cutting it. I'm not forcing it, I'm just trying to be gentle. Just I am at the moment. After about 10 minutes of doing this, you think, bloody hell, I wish it would go through. So you get the bead. The bead's just slightly wide, I think, for the tool, so it's not cutting. Scrape that off. It's almost there, I think. So I would sand that now on the top and finish it. This is where you think, come on. There we go. Never stays where you want it to. I mean, if you now, I'd have to cut this down so I get the stem to the right size, And you want this bead out the way, to stay out the way, you just got to tape it up with some masking tape, something like that. Anyway, you can see how it goes. So it's basically keep that out of the way and keep taking this off until you get down to the size you want it, basically, and then sand it. That's a bit rough because I've come that way. What you've got to do as well is obviously sand the inside of the ring, and to do that, and I think the best way to do it is to wrap some sandpaper around the stem and either tack it with a bit of super glue or put some masking tape on it so you've got sandpaper on there. Then you can hold the ring and rotate it, and then just, you know, sand the ring on that piece of sandpaper like that. So just like that. With the rest out of the way, obviously. And if the rest's out of the way, it's much easier to do that. So if you've got sandpaper on there, it's just easy to do that. So that's it, really. That's all I got time for, I think. It's 9 o'clock.